I'm Leslie Johnson, and I'm happy to welcome you to this event sponsored by the Humanities Program, African Dance and Drum Traditions with Adama Dembele, who is joined by Justin Sardo, Imhotep Dinlinod, and much thanks also goes to Reed Chapman, Renuka Gussain, Carolyn Ryden, Chris Asbill, and Kent Thompson, whose supports and efforts are making this happen. Before we begin, we want to take a moment to reflect on the land, life, and labor of Indigenous and Black communities in this country. We are also delighted that this coincides with Black History Month. We come from many places to be at UNCA Asheville, and we acknowledge with respect the ancestral homeland and Indigenous people who have been here since time immemorial. The land we are on today is the ancestral land of the Anikituagi, more commonly known as the Cherokee. To the Anikituagi, this land was known as Tokiadzi, where they race, and was part of Cherokee Nation, Saligi Ayali, which covered as many as 108,000 square miles of the American Southeast as late as 1730 and consisted of 60 or more towns. This act of recognition is not enough to overcome the settler colonial history that has attempted to eradicate Indigenous people from the history and consciousness of these lands. The Eastern Band of Cherokee and UNC Asheville seek to affirm our work together to ensure a strong relationship rooted in relevancy, responsibility, respect, and reciprocity. We also acknowledge that this country would not exist if not for the enslaved labor of Black people. We honor the legacy of the African diaspora and Black life, knowledge, and skills stolen by violence and white supremacy. When we study the humanities, we must also face these wounds. As we know, humanities is not just history. Humanities shows us how history, philosophy, arts, stories, and sciences from ancient times to today weave together to give us our present shared reality. We're called to pay attention and listen to stories and voices left out of dominant narratives, but that have persisted, rooted in ancient traditions reaching into the future. The music and art of Adama Dembele gives us a window into ancient, pre-modern, and present-day African traditions and shows how the African texts we read are not meant to be words on a page, but are lived in bodies and keep communities together and alive. Adama Dembele is a master djembe player from Côte d'Ivoire, West Africa. Born into a family of musicians of the Mandinka ethnic group, his family has been playing the djembe for 33 generations, and his native home was known as the house where the djembe is played. These slides will give you some idea. in the white tank top there. He works with communities and his own community with the children there, teaching the music to future generations. Here's one example of a dance. These two photographs show you the beginning stages of making the djembe. They are carved from wood of particular trees. And there you have a finished djembe at the foreground there, amongst works in progress. And this is a young man with a balafon, and you will hear the balafon today as well. Adam is going to tell you much more than I can about these things. This is an example of how this music that has been around since ancient times is still used. This is a street festival in Abidjan. These are the masks that are also traditional, ancient, and very sacred. And this is Adam here in the United States in North Carolina. He's a leaf musician and tapas educator. He leads residencies, performances, and workshops in the Asheville area, teaching the sacred art of West African drumming and authentic rhythms from Ivory Coast, Mali, and Guinea. Currently, he leads a drum and dance ensemble at UNCA. His band Zansa, founded in 2011, combines traditional and modern styles from West Africa, celebrating African drum and dance and music venues all over Asheville. And now I'm going to give it over to Adama and the band. Great.
have a little problem here, but it's gonna be fine. Hello, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Leslie, for all this beautiful presentation. I don't even know what else to say because she pretty much did everything. But today we are getting together to share some story and the drumming, and also a different. We have a different story I'm gonna be sharing with you. But before we start, before that, I would love to introduce all these instruments first. We have a dundu, which is the big one, and we have a sangban, and a kinkeni, and we have all these djembes, and we have balafon. All right, so all these instruments sometimes they play together with a balafon, djembe, and sometimes we have a kora, ngoni. We don't have that here right now, but the story of all these instruments is. I'm originally from Mali, West Africa, but I was born in Ivory Coast. So I have a story of those two different countries. Mali and Ivory Coast are two countries like both next to each other. And Ivory Coast have more like a 60 different ethnic group. And all those 60 different ethnic groups have like a different culture and different type of instrument they play and different music and different language. You know, sometimes people say they kind of like, the people call it dialect because people think they kind of close, but I said, I call them language because they're very, very separate. They're not similar. Okay, so after all this language, Ivory Coast also speak French because it's a French colonized country. You know, in West Africa, we have like an English part and we have a French part. So Ivory Coast, Mali, Burkina Faso, Ghana, Ghana, that's the English part, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, or Liberia. So if you go there, you're going to hear English a lot, but if you go to Ivory Coast, Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea, Senegal, those are more like a French part. So I grew up speaking different language before French. Like my language, my native language, language is the Bambara. So after Bambara, like I said again, Ivory Coast have like so many different group ethnic. So it being a different part of a drum and dance group and all of that make me understand a lot of different language and all that before even English. I started to learn English when I came here, but before, when I was back home, my house was like my house is like a djembe house. Why I say it's a djembe house? Because my family been keeping this culture for many generations. And because back in the day, this music was not just something people were just taking and just like perform to just have fun. It was like a communication of a lot of different rhythm. So my family owned these things. It was not just like a business to making money or business to do anything, but it was a kind of thing. It was a role for them. They needed to have that. They needed to keep the culture because somebody needed to keep the story, and that's how it goes. That's how we know about like somebody is a 23 generation. 33 generations is because we have like a culture keepers. Okay, so after all this language, I said Ivory Coast, but now my family carrying this djembe story, but the story come straight from Mali. It's not from Ivory Coast. So when they were keeping this story, for me, when I was younger, I was just going from school. When I come home, I just play djembe because I see my brothers and sisters, they all play. So I didn't have any choice. Like it was a family work. So when I came home, I have to do it. They put me a little thing. I have to carry beat and carry everything. But it was just not like for me. When I was younger, I was thinking it was just music. And when I start to be a little older, I start to try to understand what is it behind this music? What is it behind this instrument? So I start to have a conversation with my uncle and my grandfather, who was like the one who was telling us the story of the djembe, of the music all the time. So every time when we get together, he started to tell me, he was like, okay, this music is not just about It was not just about like just play for our fun. It was also communication. But I said, how was the communication? He said, back in the day, the time we talk about now, that those time, it was no like a lighting at some village or no electricity, no like a computer system and stuff like that. So how people used to communicate between those villages and stuff like that, it was a lot of them was through music. You know, it was like this drumming, have like a wedding music, you got like a birthday party music, you got all those styles, different type of song. So the way people used to like invite each other like to when something happened in some place, they were called the drummers, which is like my family. If something happened here, somebody's having a birthday party or somebody's getting married, there is a wedding, they were called the drummer. And when the drummer came, they'd be like, okay, so what's going on here? They tell them, this is what's happening here. And the drummer will come and they start to play the rhythm who go to with that thing, if it's a wedding or anything it was. And it's not just about like a wedding music, even like a healing music, there is all of that. So when the drummers start to play, when they start to play the wedding music or the birthday party music, that's how now the next door and everybody will live around, they hear that music, they're like, oh, okay, something happened at this house next door. And that's how people were getting together and come and sit together and celebrate what's going on at that place. So it was like that little by little, but it was not just about like a just for wedding or for birthday party. It was also, even the full moon was like a very, very special thing in West Africa at that time. Even now it's still some village, when it's a full moon, you can't miss it. You can't miss the full moon there because there's no light. When it's not full moon, people go outside, they have like a flashlight, or they have like a little lamp. That's how people communicate. But when it's a full moon, nobody can miss it. That's how the village and different village, they come and get together and they celebrate because there is a light. And it's like a fun time. Everybody's like, oh, everybody's happy. It's a little bit like here when it's winter time, when it's very cold, everybody's in. But when it starts to get warm, everybody's happy, be in the sun and stuff like that. So it's a little bit like that over there. But there is one time my grandfather was telling me about all this story, about the drumming story was like a very important for me. He said at the full moon, why the full moon was important? The full moon was bringing people together. Because like I said again, everybody's inside, but when it's like a full moon, when it's something, people come out and with the different music and start to celebrate. But that celebration was happening all the time, and he's telling me about the story of a young boy whose name was Sabari. Okay, Sabari is the one big word in my language, Bambara. Because Sabari can mean I'm sorry, it can mean thank you, it can mean like excuse me. You have a lot of different meanings. So this boy was named Sabari. And the boy was very special because why he was special, at that time in Africa, the time I'm talking about now, it's like right now, we are in the 20, all right? We are the 20, so think about it, 19, 18, 16, 17, 15, 14, all the way down there to like a 12. So we talk about long time ago, back in the day. So that boy, he was when he came, he was like a different than everybody else at the community. What was that difference? Because he was a light skin, and his hair was different, his eye was different. But we have those people in Africa now, but we call it Yefege. We call it Yefege people and Bambara. It's just like by that time people didn't know how to react to that kind of to different, anybody with different coming out of the family, because everybody house will look the same, and this boy coming, he look different than everybody else at the family. So people was very confused. Some people was taking like a bad way. Some people was like a judging him. Some people rejected him. So the boy, somebody was very at his place, and his parent was very sad seeing like somebody couldn't play with all his friends, because he was just like, even every time when he come to play with his friend, they would try to be like, no, you are different than us and stuff like that. So somebody was feeling very hurt. And he started to play, he started to stop playing with anybody, he was just he by himself. All the time, even when it's full moon, everybody's playing, they have like a big community play, but somebody's just like by himself. So one day was another boy, his name Ngolo. Ngolo saw somebody and he came to somebody, he was like, why are you just like always by yourself? And somebody said, no, I don't like these people because they don't like me, so I don't want to be part of them. I don't want to be around them. And the boy was like, no, don't say that, don't do that. You should, what did they do to you? somebody said I tried to play with them and they didn't want to play with me, so I'm not happy. And Ngolo told somebody, he was like, okay, I understood that, but what's your name? And somebody said, my name is Sabari. And he said, wow, that's a big name. Your name is Sabari. That name means forgiveness. It means I'm sorry. It means please. It means all of that. So you have that big name, so you should forgive them. You should understand. You should follow your name and understand them. So somebody was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So I can do that. So Ngolo told somebody, please forgive them. Come with me and let's go to my community. My community is gonna accept you. You're gonna be playing with me and my community. And somebody was like, no, I don't want to. I don't want somebody to be mean to me again or stuff like that. And Ngolo was trying so hard and somebody started to follow him. So when somebody got up, he was like, okay. Ngolo was so happy. He started this song, which the song is about like everybody get together and play. Everybody get together and have a good time. So Ngolo was like, okay, let's sing this song for you, and we're gonna celebrate this song. So that's when they were walking to Ngolo's community, and they started to sing this song like that. Wanye benkele mao, ene besigija, wanye modi nyoma, selu no kisalafo, wanga na nyogo jampa, trayi sone abo, wanye farita luteme, fagadu jile alaye. And when they were walking, they were playing this music, and everybody was happy. Both of them was happy, and somebody just stopped. He was like, "No, I'm not gonna go. I stop." And Ngolo was like, "Why did you stop?" He was like, "No, I don't think I can believe what you're saying. If I go, I'm gonna have the same problem that happened before." So Ngolo was like, "No, please, please, I'm telling you, my community is very different. They're gonna accept you. Everything is gonna be all right." So somebody was like, they was talking about that, and somebody started to hear the Ngolo people community was like a singing another song, which like was calling the people, calling song. They were like, everybody come, we are waiting for you. And somebody was like, oh, your community calling everybody to play with, is that true? And he was like, yeah, what is that song? And he started to play the song. Waina, 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 tarakeo. And so he started to say that, and when he heard that song, he was like, okay, I believe you now, so let's go. So he went to Sabari's community, he went to Ngolo's community, and when he got there, everybody was like, oh, you brought somebody new here. So then he introduced Ngolo to his community, and everybody was like, welcoming Ngolo with their hand at their heart. They were always like, they were welcoming Sabari, I'm sorry. Everybody was like, oh, Sabari, welcome to our community, welcome to our community. Everybody was like that. And he was very surprised, and he was like, wow, okay. So he accepted. He was like dancing with them and talking with them. And after that, he came to Ngolo. He said, Ngolo, why your community was coming to me, and they all was like saying hi to me, and they all was like putting their hand at their heart and say hi to me and welcome me. Why? And Ngolo said, that's a very good question, but I cannot answer. Let's go to see Famudu. He's the oldest. Maybe he can tell us what does that mean. And they went to see Famudu, and Famudu said, here our community, we welcome people, this Madeng community, we welcome people with their heart because their heart can see. Their heart just say, their heart can see, but we want to see people with our eye. And he said, and Ngolo, somebody was confused, he said, you said the eye can't see, but you want to see people with your eye. You said, I see you, I see you. So he said, it don't make sense. And Famudu said, yes, all of this don't make sense because you think, when I said the heart don't see, and you say hi with the heart, it's because when the heart see people, if you see somebody like that, your eyes see the person, your eyes see what the person wearing, what the person look like, what the person bringing to you, so the eyes can judge it before they even say hi to the person. But he said when the heart sees somebody, the heart don't see what color you are or what clothes you wearing, anything you wearing. The heart just see the human being in front of his. So that's why they were just saying hi to you. They were saying we see you. And somebody was like, okay, that makes sense. So that's why now, when you go to the Mandeng community, even now, you're gonna see a lot of people, sometimes people welcome you, they will be like that, welcome, or they say hi, hi, hi. So that community, that culture thing, stay there for even now, okay? And also the Mandinka Empire, like I said again, all of these things, we're gonna talk about Sunjata Keita after the second part. But for now, when somebody got accepted to Ngolo's community, they were celebrate. They were like, okay, let's have fun now. What are we gonna do? We're gonna celebrate together with our new friend. So to celebrate that song, they have this song they call Kuku. So they always play that song. But now, I have some students here, I think, from my Tuesday Afro Ensemble class. I would like to invite them if they're here. I would like to invite them on stage. Yeah, I would like to invite them here. And we're gonna play this song together. Like I said, it's a celebration song, right? So they're gonna come, and also we have a lot of drums. So I'm gonna invite a couple more people. Anybody wanna come join us? Couple more people. Yes, you come. One more. We got 6. How many drums we got? Yes, come on. How many drums we got? Come on, everybody. Not everybody. Come on, couple people. We got more drums, more drums. So today, I'm here to share, I'm doing this presentation we're doing right now, is it to share the culture and also to talk about where this instrument comes from and how this instrument and this music was bringing people together back in the day in Africa when they didn't have like all this communication or this cell phone, when they didn't have like a cell phone or electricity and all this stuff. So that's why I'm sharing this. Okay, now I got all my musicians here. Are you ready for the song Kuku? Okay, so let's start it. I'm gonna be on the balafon for that. You ready, huh? Okay. You go like that, yeah? Bass. Got it. There you go. Give it up for them. That was good, right? So that was it. Now we got musician, we have drummer. Now, I think we're missing something, right? So we talked about a little bit of the story of the Sabari, and now Sabari was accepting that the community, and they were dancing together. Everybody was happy. So, but people was playing music, but nobody was dancing. Is that right? I don't think people can just like play music without dancing, right? So I think I want to dance. I don't want to dance by myself. So how are we gonna do that? But I can teach somebody some dance move and we can do it together. How about that? I know some people already. Come on, people. I need a couple people here. Couple people up here. I need a couple people up here. We're gonna show. We're gonna do some dancing. Okay. We're gonna close this part, this first part with our dancing and drumming. And now we're gonna turn it to the second story we have for you today. Okay, everybody come here, line. All right, make it one line here. I'm gonna be on the front, so make a line behind me. Here we go. So now your first move you're gonna be doing, I'm gonna teach them the thing first, and after that the music's gonna start and they're gonna do it. So now the first thing you're gonna do, this is the drum call, you're gonna hear pa pa da pa pa da pa pa. So when you hear that call, your first thing you're gonna go like that. 1 and 2. You see? 1, you go down a little bit on. Yes, got it. 1 and 2. 1. And you're gonna be doing that, you're gonna hear the call again. Okay? Like a pa pa da pa pa da pa pa. You're gonna change 1 and 2. Same thing, but left, right, and left, alright? And you keep going, you're gonna hear the call, pa pa da pa pa da pa pa. You go right, left, and left. Right, left, and left. Pa pa da pa pa da pa pa. You go left, right, and come back, stop, clap. Clap, clap. Clap. And now after that you're gonna hear pa pa da pa pa da pa pa. You go 1, 2, 1, 2, and. Do you remember? First one is this one. 1 and 2. Alright? Pa pa da pa pa. 1. And now pa pa da pa. Right. That's good. And last one. Pa pa da pa. Clap, clap. Clap, clap. And last one. Pa pa da pa. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, let's try with music. You ready? This tempo. Pa pa da pa. Now wait for the coffee. Wait. Clap first. Okay, here. Let's go. Pa pa da pa. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Now sing it. Pa pa da pa. Up and up. You got it. Up and up. Up and up. Last one. Pa pa. Right. Left and left. Right, left and left. Good job. Thank you. Have a seat. Thank you, drummer. Good. Give it up for one more time for the drummer, the dancer. So you see, that's what like the celebration I was talking about. You see, these people, we didn't do like any rehearsal. We were like, no, we didn't make any plan to say, okay, today we're gonna perform. It was not a plan. It was just like the story of a somebody bring all of us to celebrate something because the end of the story was beautiful. So what we need to do at the end of the story, we gotta celebrate, and that's how everybody come and join me and join us, and we celebrate together. So that's all. That's all we wanna. Okay. So now we're gonna change it to Sunjata story. One more time, I'm gonna come back again to this. Right now we are the 2023, but thinking about the 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, go down all the way to 12. That's when the story I'm gonna be telling you, that's where that story was starting, the Sunjata story, okay, the king of Monday. Okay, so back in the day, that time, it was a lot of stuff was happening at that time. You can't even imagine it couldn't happen now. And it was a lot of stuff when you hear by that time, you're like, wow, is that true? Is that what's happening? And there's a lot of stuff you hear, you're like, oh, this is weird. Why they were doing this thing that time? And sometimes you hear, oh, this is horrible. So at this story, of a Sunjata story, you're gonna hear a lot, you hear a lot of different things, but it's a back in the day, it's a story. If you don't hear the real story, if you cover it, you're not gonna understand the story. Okay? So the story, sometimes, the Sunjata story was like a lot of a branch, and a lot of fight going on, and a lot of how they meet up and everything like that. But I'm gonna study a little bit, and then one thing, a couple of things you need to know about this story. When you hear Simbo, or when you hear Donzo, the Donzo is the hunter. The hunter is like and people in Africa, in West Africa, the people who go to the forest and they hunt and stuff, they have like a very big power and stuff. We call them Donzo people. And the griot is more like the storyteller and also a storyteller and a musician and all that. That's a griot people. So you're gonna hear a lot of this story. You're gonna hear griot and a Donzo. Okay. So it was one time. It was this chief. Name was Made Manga Kofata. Made Manga Kofata. He was a chief of a Mande, the Mandika. And before I started Mande story. And in Africa, it was a lot of different empires. It was not just a Mande empire. It was a different empire. But we're talking about the Manding empire right now, the Manding empire. So Maga Fata, he was the chief, he was the king who was very powerful, but he got a wife and he's got one son at his house. And Maga Fata, when I say again, like those people, when they come and hunt Iran, they have to come like whatever they get, like a meat, Iran, your spa, they have to come and give it to the chief, to the king. So one dozo was like a hunting, and when he's done, he came to give Maga Kofata spa, and Maga Kofata was very worried about his who's gonna be his successor, qui sera le succès, qui sera le prochain, qui va être le prochain roi, I'd say that in French, who's gonna be the next lord. I mean, the next king. Okay? So he talked to the dozo guy. He was like, well, I'm worried about something. I don't know who's going to be the next king. Can you help me with? And the dozo, they have like something. They can see. They can see things was happen, or they can see the story. That's their job. So the dozo guy was like, okay, let me see what I can see. And he checked out all his stuff, and he told Manga Kofata, it's going to be one day, it's going to be some hunters, 2 young hunters going to bring some lady as like a recompense of something, so that's gonna be your second wife. And he was like, what? And that wife who's gonna have another kid, and that kid is gonna be the king of Monday. So that was very complicated. It was very weird. Everybody's like, what? Something didn't happen. Nobody knew about this. You just say stuff like that, it can happen. But the dozo was like, and by that time, it was like some beef, like a buffalo. And some village was almost like a killing everybody who come out at nighttime. It was a very mean buffalo. But that buffalo was doing that for some reason too. It wasn't not real buffalo. It was somebody who was transforming himself to becoming a buffalo, to do that kind of stuff. And there was 2 young boys, they were going to hunt, 2 young dozo guys, they were going to hunt, and they got to see this lady somewhere, and she was hungry. She was thirsty, and they came to her, and she was like, they shared the food and they drank with her. And she was the one who was transforming herself to be the buffalo. So she told them, okay, she asked them what they're doing. They said, yeah, they're looking for this buffalo because it's been very dangerous for the community, so they try to take care of it. And she said, okay, I want to give you the secret how you guys can get that buffalo. So she told them all the secret how they can get the buffalo. And she was like, what? But when after you get the buffalo, they're gonna give you guys like a recompense, like the lady. That's gonna be your recompense. Be like, good job. They're gonna recompense you. And that lady is gonna be the Manga Kofata's second wife. So they did that. There was like an auntie and they saw the buffalo and they did the same thing the old lady taught them to do. They did the same thing like that to fight the buffalo and they did it. So when they did it, they got the way they told the story, everything happened like that. So they take the lady home, her name was Sogolon Konde. So they take Sogolon home and take it to the king. Okay, take a Sogolon to the king. And when they got there, the king was very shocked. That's gonna be his wife. Anyway, the long story, they jumped out and Sogolon becoming like the king's wife. And Sogolon have another kid, which is the set of the story, that kid's gonna be the king of the Mande. And that kid will come, which was Sunjata Keita. But Sunjata was born handicapped. He couldn't walk. Or the whole time Sunjata was born, he was handicapped the whole time. And they were like, okay, this is how you guys said this is gonna be. And the first wife was like, while you said this is gonna be the king, he can't be the king, he can't even walk and all this. So it was very weird at that time. And Sunjata's mom was very not a good spot because everybody was saying a lot of stuff, bad stuff to her and stuff. So she was like very, very having a hard time because Sunjata. And one day she went to ask the Manga Kofata's first wife if she could have some food and stuff like that. Anyway, when Manga Kofata's first wife she was not nice to her. So she did something bad to her and she was crying. And Sunjata was not very happy. So Sunjata just said he was gonna get up. But he was at the story, Sunjata was gonna get up one day. So Sunjata said, yes, today I need to get up. So they went to grab all the kind of like a big, strong stuff to try to help Sunjata to get up. Nothing was working. Till his mom grabbed one branch of a tree. That's the branch of a tree helped Sunjata to get up. And when Sunjata got up, it was a miracle. Nobody could believe it. See, nobody could believe it. Wow, Sunjata is up. And now, Sunjata is up now. It was he's gonna try to be like a fight now try to help his mom or try to be like, no, you guys cannot treat my mama like that. You guys can do that. He was gonna set up for his mom. So when he got up, he was so strong. Sunjata would try to prove everything. And his brother was thinking, because he thinks Sunjata was coming to be the king, he didn't want Sunjata to be the king. So he went to be like a big collaboration with another king, which was Sumanguru Kante, to try to fight Sunjata to go away. So Sumanguru Kante was very strong. So he got Sunjata to go away. So Sunjata got away to the village. He was not even part of the story anymore. But Sunjata didn't give up because he was trying to get back to take the land back, because that land was for him. He said he was supposed to be the king, but they kicked him out. So Sunjata went out for like a couple years and stuff like that, tried to get like different people together, tried to different law. And the same time, the Sumanguru Kante, he did the same thing he did to Sunjata. He was doing the same thing to a lot of different community. So everybody was not happy with Sumanguru Kante being a king of the Mande, because he was not a nice guy. He was not treating the Mande people right. So everybody was kind of like waiting for Sunjata to try to come and help them, or who was going to help them. But Sumanguru was very, very powerful. Nobody couldn't. But Sunjata was the one, after all this, he came back and he got to fight Sumanguru. I tried to cut this story a little bit down because it was like so many different places. They got to the fight. It happened like a 17 fight, some people say. Some people say 7 fight, different places before Sunjata can come back and affront Sumanguru Kante, which means come back and get Sumanguru Kante. But when Sunjata got back, he did it. He got to fight Sumanguru Kante. But the funny thing, not funny, but the real thing about that story, they said at the fight, Sumanguru Kante just disappeared. At the end of the fight, even till now at the story, nobody know where Sumanguru Kante went. Some people say, they know Sunjata went the fight, but where is Sumanguru Kante? Some people say he become like a bird and go away. Some people say be changing to be like a water. Everybody say different things. So that story is still up there. But the thing I'm talking about to you right now, about this Sunjata story, I know to explain those kind of story is very good when you if English was my language, it was gonna make more sense to you, and I was gonna know how to go to like all the small detail for me, for you to understand. But even after here, if anybody you don't understand, any part you didn't understand, because my English or because the accent, feel free to come to me and say, oh, this part I was a little confused about this part. What do you say this part? I mean, I'm gonna try to explain it because this story is too long and it's very like it got so many branches. It's like a one big tree with so many branches. So to speak to that story, if I wanna talk about Sunjata's story, the Manding Empire story, we will take like all day, all night here, But I'm trying to jump a little bit to see if it can make sense. Okay, so we're gonna stop at Sunjata story here. I know we have a time to, we're gonna have a time to do questions, and also we got more music for you. So Leslie, what do you think we should do now? We should play more music? We have time for music. All right. Okay, so now this next song we're gonna play for you is called Boroto. Thank you. So now this is a thing we call voice of djembe, right? So it's to show you all the style, the tone and the slap and the bass of a djembe, and what the djembe can do, because this instrument have like a lot of different, you see like that, it's just like a one skin on top of it, and it's an animal skin, sometimes it's a goat skin, sometimes it's cow skin, and the djembe, the way the djembe was made in West Africa, sometimes it's like a special, it's like some special tree they made the djembe, and it's not all kind of trees. But now with the like I said, back in the day in Africa, it was like a jalayiri or lenke or tomiyiri. But now you can see djembe will make it with like all different kind of tree. It doesn't. That's not a bad thing. But the djembe original was making like those kind of trees. Like now, you can't even see them in a lot of places. So this instrument is like, and the tree they were making the djembe on there was like a very spiritual trees. And the animal skin you use it to put on a djembe have like a very big spirit to, it's an animal skin. And you human being play the djembe, that's like a three big spirit together. So that djembe is an instrument make very, it's always like that. It's like, even when you go to like some city, every city you go, you don't know anybody, you go to drum circle or stuff like that, you're gonna see people having good time. You see two people take a djembe and get together, start to play. They're having good time. You don't even know why. The instrument have like a lot of so many, and the tone and the slap and the bass is no like a tuning, or there is no like you have to, there is one space where there is a run here. You can find the tone or slap here. No, it's all like about practice. Like you have to learn because there is connection between your hand and the skin, and the animal skin. And also, sometimes I go to some school when I said it's the animal skin and the djembe. I even have one question about somebody was like, no, that's not nice to kill the animal for your djembe, stuff. So I have to explain to them. I said, no, you don't. People just don't just go to the one animal just because your djembe is broke. In Africa, it's same like here. Some people eat the meat, and they use the animal skin to do a lot of different things. We used to make a belt, we make a shoes on it, we make a hat, a lot of different things on it. Right? So I'm gonna show you a little bit different sound of this djembe. So you can see this is the slap, and this is the tone, and this is the bass. So when I'm playing, you're gonna hear three of them together. I'm not moving my hand, or I'm not trying to find like any key or try to tune it. Just come. That was just to show you a little bit how the Jamaican make like all those different sound, the tone and slap collecting together, and without even the hand moving. So like this, for example. Thank you. Okay, I think we have a time to take a couple questions before we have and we have more song for you, I think. Yeah, this song.
Pull up that song that
There's one thing I almost forget about it.
On your cue.
To close the Sunjata song, to close the Sunjata story, we were gonna end with the song, but I jumped up on. So let's come back to the song, okay? So the song for that was when Sunjata went That was right after when they fight, I guess, Sumanguru Kante. It was a song, the griot people came, and they used to sing this song, for help me with this song. The song was to honor Sundiata, or to say thank you for helping us, or thank you for to saving our community, thank you for, for everything you did. So that was a song we call Sundiata Fasa. Okay, so you guys have that song, right? Okay, so we're gonna start it little bit. The first thing was Simbo, B, Jata Lema, and the A, and the Simbo, B, Jata Lema, Jata Konumalon. Okay, so I'm gonna start it first. Simbo, B, Jata Lema, A. Simbo be jata lema, jata konumalon. All right, we got it? Let's try again. Simbo be jata lema, ah. Simbo be jata lema, jata konumalon. Simbo be jata lema, ah. Simbo be jata lema, jata konumalon. Everybody. Simbo be jata lema, ah. Simbo be jata lema, jata konumalon. Simbo be jata lema, ah. Simbo be jata lema, jata konumalon. I feel like I'm singing by myself. Because I can't hear anybody. So let's try one more time. You ready? 1, 2, let's go. Simbo be jata lema, ah. Simbo be jata lema, jata konumalon. That's good. So now maybe you can try off the music, because I think you got it now. Ready? One more time. 1, 2, 3, go. Simbo be jata lema, ah. 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 Ay jata. Simbo be jata lema, ah. Ah, Sundiata. Eka façon de ça. À fort. Ah, jata. Eka mandukao. Kusabati. Kamandekao labo filila. Kamandekao jata. Ah, Sundiata. Mari maga. Iniche. Simbo be jata lema, ah. 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 Thank you. So that song, that Sundiata song, there's like so many different, like I said again, the story is long, and the Sundiata song have because when Sundiata came, the Guinea people, the Mali people, the Gambia people, Senegal people, everybody was having create some song for him. So there is some song where they call, because Sundiata, he was start to call him a lot of different names. They were calling him the king of Monday, the lion of Monday, the symbol of Monday, all that was his name. So different people have interpret different song for him, So now we got one more, right? Oh, we gotta take a question. Okay, we got one more for you. We got one reading for you. It's called Casa. Okay? That's good. Okay, now we're gonna dance music. Okay, now you ready? That's good.
Okay, that is Adama Dembele, Iver Romano, Justin Sardo, and Imhotep Dunlad. Okay, we have time for questions. There's a microphone right there that you can migrate to, and there's a microphone right here. So, yeah, what are your questions? Adama can answer anything. While you're thinking, I have a question.
Yeah.
So you talked about the songs that bring the community together. I know that in Humanities 124 we read African songs and poems, but they're songs that celebrate birth and also working songs, songs that talk about a job like making a pot. There's a song called Lazy Bones that we read. Are songs used in that way, today, and how, if so, how?
Yeah, we have a song. That was a very good question. We should play that. We have a song. It's called Temate. Like I said, in Ivory Coast, have like so many different group ethnic. The Temate is from the Baoulé people. The Baoulé people, they're in Central Ivory Coast, and the Temate is a dance where they were playing for when people was working in the forest, like at the garden, not forest, at the garden, like where they were making rice, they were making banana, they were making all these, cleaning, making peanuts. So while they were working, there was a rhythm was playing at the same time with the dance movement. So that dance movement thing, they take that and they bring out the city. So sometimes you see like a performance, those people, they do the dance with the end move. That's what it's explaining. It's explaining how people was working. So like a Temate can be like pom pim pom pim pom bom pim pom pim pom pim pom bom pim pom pim pom pom pim pom pim pom pim pom pim pom pim. So Temate can be like that. That's the rhythm, and the people they be like 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, and grab the stuff and put it in the basket. Grab it and move it on. Clean the stuff, rub it. So you're gonna see a lot of dance. You see people dancing like that. So when you see people dancing, that's what they try to explain. They explain like what it was before even become like a dance on the stage. So we have a lot of different dances like that. These are fashion dancing. You see sometimes you see some dancing like that. See like they move, it can be like that. Grab and it's like a fashion. So they grab all this move and they bring it to dance. So, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, what is the role of women in the telling of the stories and singing and dancing? The role of women, are they also culture keepers?
Yes, they are. They're also culture keepers. One of the proof, because the first that last song we played, Cuckoo, that's a women's song. When the woman was fishing, that's a song they made for them. When they were going to fishing and and making food. So over there they have most even like at the ballet, the women they do the most. They do the dancing and the drumming and the singing. All of them. The culture keeper when we talk about griot, there is a griot man and there is a griot woman. So the Griot women, she talk about the story of the song, like a Kandia Kuyate, Baba Nikone, they are singers, they talk the African story. So they are culture keeper. So women are culture keeper as well, like a men too. Yeah. They both have a different way to keep it, but they both have like their role and yeah. Even drumming, sometimes people ask me, well, sometimes, is the women drum in Africa? I say, yes, they drum a lot too, yeah.
Are there songs for death? And
Yes.
And grieving
Yes.
and mourning?
Yeah, there is a song for that, and there is a song for like a healing. There is a song for all of that. You know, like and back in the day too, like even now it still happen in the forest when somebody get hurt. Sometimes, most of the time, walking at the garden, when people get hurt at those village, there is no like a very quick way to bring people to the hospital because the road is not good, and sometimes there is no way to call the ambulance. Like there is no phone. There's nothing. So most of the time they put when somebody get hurt, they take the person, and if you have like some drums, or they call each other, and the people who is around, they come, or they will come, when they hear there is something going on, people start screaming and stuff, they will come and say, play the drums, and there is a healing song, there is a healing rhythm, everybody make a circle and they start to sing that song and play those rhythm before the person, and most of the time you help the person to be, to be alive, to keep it, to have like a more power, to be strong, before they can even take the person to the city to go to the hospital. So there is a song for that, and sometimes there is a death, there is a song for that, stuff like that. These are, all the culture have like a different song for anything, just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Rama. I have a question about drum making. So your family, traditional drum maker family, is it passed down by family in the lineage, or anybody can learn to make djembe in your culture?
Anybody can learn to make a culture. I mean, anybody can, because when, again, my family have like that culture, but they run my family like the different village and different people, they came and learn that culture too, and when they learn it, they all share it. So it doesn't have to be like somebody who have to be from my family to do that. And also the Griot people, it's not just, and Ivory Coast is not just my family, there's a lot of them. There's like a different name, like a Dambele Griot, there is a Sumaoro, there is a Kunate, all of this group ethnic have like their story, they can keep it too. And when people come to my family, they keep their culture too. Like I give you an example, I know some people from United States in 2001, when they came, they stayed with my house and learned the music and learn all this culture, and they come in the United States, or some of them go to France, and they keep the culture. They keep, they share the culture with people too. So the culture is like that. It doesn't have to be just somebody have to be there. Everybody can learn and share it and own the culture too, because it's it's important culture for everybody to have it. So.
Yes. And you can learn it too. You can sign up to take drums and dance. All sorts of opportunity there. Let's give one more round of applause. Thank you. Thank you, that's good.
Thank you so much.